Okay, I'm realizing that if you just jumped into that one last live stream and you haven't been following me for a very long time, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So let me give you the quick recap on this. So a lot of you know that I used to volunteer for Our Revolution Costa Mesa, and the entire point originally of Our Revolution was that they were going to transform the party from within, but it got taken over by the Movement for the People's Party and by the Karen Burnell network of Progressive Delegates Network, right? The Progressive Delegates Network is also called the Progressive Caucus PAC. They have a lot of crossover between the board over that PAC versus the board over the Progressive Caucus that is run by Karen Burnell. It's her slate, the troublemaker slate. I did a live stream about this the other day because I was asked to. I got a call and I was asked to. Because she's calling herself the Forever Chair, which is fascism, you guys. It's fascism. So we do not have a democratic process in the Progressive Caucus, but the Progressive Caucus is through a PAC controlling politics, progressive politics in California. And they very well may be disqualified as a caucus at the next board meeting or whatever rules committee. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But they have infiltrated Our Revolution. They've infiltrated PDA. They've infiltrated DSA. They've infiltrated everything. And these people are very, very closely aligned with the Movement for the People's Party, Jimmy Dore, the Convo Couch, and everybody else. In fact, the fella who was co-founder of Our Revolution Costa Mesa, which evolved into Our Revolution Orange County, because somehow he had a relationship with the dude who set that up for Andy Thornburn a few years back. And they only set it up because Andy wanted an endorsement because he was running for Congress. So it was really a defunct chapter. But Our Revolution Costa Mesa was able to take over the name, right? And that was probably not only the relationship with the fella that was with Andy, but also their relationship with Karen Burnell, who apparently is super tight with the national board. Okay? So basically, Karen doesn't give a crap about women or anything as long as her allies and the people she can control will do her bidding. So she sees this co-founder of Our Revolution Costa Mesa as somebody that she can control. And she sees everybody else that she's installed in power as people that she can control. And these folks work the way the hell out of their way to pass off smear campaigns, defame people, hurt people, in the name of keeping this power. It doesn't matter. They have no moral values over what they're doing. None whatsoever. So part of what was happening here is that because there was the goal of transform the party from within, this is the inside-outside strategy according to the Movement for the People's Party and Gail McLaughlin. This is basically their version of the inside-outside strategy is to infiltrate the Democratic Party and be as disruptive as possible to make us fail. Not to move the party to the left, to make them fail. That is their goal. It's not a matter of trying to pull the party to the left and use it as the organizing tool, the most successful organizing tool that is available to us. Because it really is about numbers. For them, it's about just conspiracy theories, hooking up with Boogaloo boys, passing off libertarian talking points as though they're progressive. It's just a complete disaster and a mess. And so they don't care who they destroy. They don't care. Honestly, I don't even think they would care if they pushed somebody to the point of suicide. I don't think they would care if they put you in harm's way with criminal, because they have already done that to me. They've done that to me. They sent an operative to my house to stay with me for 2 weeks. A Tulsi staffer, he claimed. He claimed he was a Tulsi staffer. Amazing. This is no joke, you guys. Like, you guys are fucking with people's lives. And if you keep covering for these jackasses, the PDA, come on. You keep covering for these jackasses, they are literally trying to make it go to a recall. They are. That is their goal. They're trying to get it to go to a recall. And they're in a position where they're already inside the party because they've formed clubs and stuff, and even our democratic bodies don't know what to do about this. They don't know how to handle the fact that they have disruptors right there. Like LA County, that Central Committee, they've been trying to make moves. They've been trying to make moves to figure out how to get rid of the disruptors because they see it. It's more clear to them that Feel the Bern LA is doing exactly the same bullshit. And it's one of the clubs that was taken over by the Karen Burnell Network and the MPP Network and everything else, and they are so far out with... it's not even that they're further to the left, because the MPP actually claims that they're centrists. But they're not centrists. They're libertarians. They want Larry Elders to win. They want that to happen. That's where we're going right now, and that's why they fuck off in all of these elections that matter to us. They either throw in disruptor candidates to make it hard for us to actually have a victory, or they are completely silent and absent. How many people from Feel the Bern actually did any work on Katrina Foley's supervisor race? How many of the Feel the Bern club did any work on Loretta Sanchez's supervisor race? Because I know that they tried to thwart Beatrice Mendoza when she was running for city council. How many times are we going to let this happen? And how many times are we going to let Dr. Bill and Danette make cover for them, show up to our actual events and say, well, we're representing Feel the Bern, but not a damn other person from that club shows up? Why are you covering for them? Why are you covering for them? You know that they're petty gossips. You know that they are. You know that they body shame people. You know that they attack people for silly reasons. Why are you covering for these jackholes? I just don't even understand it. And yeah, you know what? You guys went the fuck out of your way to try and take everything away from me this year. So I'm no longer accountable to anybody. I'm no longer accountable to anybody. It's up to you guys to make amends. It's up to you guys to show that you're serious about what you want done here and to stop covering for these people. Because everybody else can see it at this point. I'm fairly certain that everybody can see that they're not showing up. And that they're doing weird things like defending Boogaloo Boys. And that they're doing things like not endorsing any black candidates. Remember last summer when you guys endorsed your Progressive Delegates Network list of endorsed candidates, and you didn't even include Richard Hurt, who was a founding member of the Feel the Bern Dem Club, and he was running for city council down here in Aliso Viejo? We remember these things, and I'm sorry if you don't like to hear it, but that's the fucking truth. You didn't endorse a single black candidate in that first round, and you gave us bad reasoning for how you endorsed the people that you did endorse. Because you're like, well, we were just doing the ones that were up for consideration for endorsement. No, you weren't, because you threw Oscar Rodriguez in there, and he had already been endorsed the month before in the early endorsement. That's some bullshit. I'm so sick of the excuses and the spin and the walk-arounds on this shit. And basically, Feel the Bern OC Dem Club is Our Revolution Orange County. It's the same fucking entity. It's the same people. It's the same goddamn people. And when Our Revolution OC, I think their name at that time was Our Revolution SoCal OC, started sharing Nick Brana stuff, they denied. Oh, no, we don't really we're not really subscribing to Movement for the People's Party. We accept all belief systems. And I said, no, you're our revolution. You're supposed to be transforming the party from within, and you're promoting a grift, something that doesn't even exist. They're on no ballots. And they have proven year after year that they are going further and further to the right. They laugh off the insurrection. They promote Boogaloo Boys. They promote Red-Brown Alliance. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's basically like the communists getting together with the Nazis. It's basically what it is. It's the idea that the left can align with the alt-right. And, you know, this has been tossed around by the Assange fanatics for a long time. That this, I think the first person I heard say it was Caitlin Johnston, who's a foreign operative from Australia. She never talks about Australian politics. She focuses entirely on the US. She's totally an operative. She's a complete bad actor. And yet people fall for her bullshit. This is some nonsense, you guys. Like, we will never get a Green New Deal. We will never get Medicare for all, so long as we keep playing around with these jackholes who keep making us look ridiculous. This is the dumbest ass. I know. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm dropping some swearing. But this is the dumbest ass shit ever. And you guys are willing to destroy lives for this nonsense of actually thwarting our ability to maintain left-leaning politics and keep moving to the left. You are constantly trying to destroy our momentum. The fact that Dr. Bill and Danette represented for Feel the Bern on Saturday, when I know for a fucking fact that that club has no intention of helping the No on the Recall effort, because they're always trying to be edgy. And they think it's cool to align with Boogaloo Boys because they're part of that network. They're a part of that network. They always have been. I've told you that for 3 years. They have always been a part of that network. Stop covering for their asses. Stop it. Stop covering for all these people who are screwing us over.